Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are excited today. I made most these fabrics from all scrappy fabrics, and I'll put some videos in my description box, and then you can see how I made this. And so we're gonna make a little sling bag, and I didn't have any cord or anything for my handbag, so I just made this from off-cut fabrics and this sling. And yeah, so it's nice and stiff, and I'll show you what I did. And then you'll need a zip. You don't have to put two zips, you can only put one zip if you want to, but I'm going to put two zips. And then this bag was inspired by a friend that showed me her bag, and it wasn't like a box, it was flat. So I will show you before I make the box how it looks, and yeah, so then you can decide if you want to have it a box or just flat. I hope you will make the handbag with me, and that you've got your preparations going for the fabrics that you made, and yeah, the zips. And here is the offcuts that I used to make this the other sling. First I put stabilizer, so just to make it a bit more sturdy and maybe more durable. And I didn't want to have it too thin, so it can don't cut into your shoulder. So this is now I ironed it in half and then in quarters, and so then you can make your own hand, like a handle. Sew it both sides. Sorry, both sides. And yeah, so let's start. I won't stitch this now, I just wanted to show you that. And then what we will need as well is a piece of fabric for where you're going to put the one pocket, because you need to close the pocket, you see. And then on the inside, like that. And I did show you how to put the stabilizer, so your handbag is nice and soft inside. And that is now if you don't want to line it. Otherwise you can make the whole process and make a lining as well, but for me this was now to make quick presents. And yeah, so you don't want to spend too much time, not that I say it's not worth it, but it's just what I wanted, you know. I don't want to spend too much time on this, it's just quick. And yes, so here's my prepared fabrics. I did square it off, all of them. And then this one is a bit softer, I didn't want it too stiff. And then there's the other one, this one is going to be a bit bigger, and then this one as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with these soft ones, and I'll show you exactly what to do. And yeah, hopefully I can remember how to do it. Just see if I've got everything. I've got the zipper foot, you need a zipper foot, and scissors, and one of these to open the seam where you're gonna put your zip in. A scissors and a sewing machine. You can do it by hand as well, you don't have to. And just one thing with this bag, if you don't want to have it so neat, you can just zigzag it, you know, zigzag the bag close, and then you will have a raw edge if you want a more rustic feel to fit with this. And I might just do it with the one bag, I'll just see. Okay, so let's start. I just want to see if my zips is, yeah, my zips is perfect. And I always buy a bigger zip, and then you can cut it off, but not in the beginning. You first stitch it in, and just remember always to open your zip after you stitch the one side, otherwise you might, before you cut, you know, otherwise you cut this part off and then you can't open your zip. I've done it, so that's why I'm saying that. Okay, so let me just see how I'm gonna do this so you can see it properly. Yeah, it was quite a setup here, because now to do this so it's perfect, I've got my my mic here flying around here. Okay, let's just see if that will help. Yes, okay. I hope you can hear me because I do have a mic now, and yeah, but the other day I didn't switch it on, so that was a dilemma. Okay, so first things first you want to stitch your, let me see, okay, I've got grey cotton for everything, because if you want to sew a lot of things, that's gone, you know, some is red, some is pink, some is green, then you take a grey cotton, because grey disappears and it looks good on anything and everything. That's why I use grey in all my stitching. Sometimes I do the brown because I want the brown. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start. Cotton is in. I've got grey cotton at the bottom, and yeah, let's see, that's now there. And it's always good to, maybe before you start a big project, just to oil your machine, clean it and oil it so it's ready for the next step. And just remember, with your zipper foot, you need to move your needle first. I don't know if your zipper foot is the same as mine. Maybe yours has got a little hole there, but mine's got two. You know, you can sew closer to the zip or further away from the zip. I just want to see if I'm gonna maybe put the first zip in, or shall I do the other zip first? Okay, let me show you how to do the other zip. First, you measure your part that you want to put the other zip, you know, the top zip, and your overhang. See your overhang? You need to decide how far you want your overhang, and then you just put it like that, and just put your other zip, you know, your zip in, so you can just get a feeling for how it's going to look and how far do you want your other zip from that one. So I think, because now remember, you're going to stitch it now, and then it's going to fold, so it's going to be shorter on this side there. I hope you can see. Let me see. Yeah, the sun is now here, but I cannot work otherwise, because that is just how it is at on my setup for now, because I'm still in my friend's room. And yeah, let me just see. I'm just gonna get the measuring tape. I forgot that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, now this is now the inside, and I'm just gonna measure the top quickly before I put the other zip in. So let me just see. I wanted 6. Okay, 6. And then what you do is you just get your pins, and then just pin it. You can put 2 pins if you want to. If you want, you can rather put it this way, you know, like this. Or let me just do it straight. Okay, let's see, like that. Otherwise you sometimes hurt yourself. I've done it so many times. The one day the whole pin went into my finger, like it was not pleasant, I can promise you that. And yeah, let's just see, just make measurements. Yeah, make sure the measurements. Okay, there we go. You know, you guys, I'm so sorry about this light now, but this is now how it is. So then I want 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters is 2 inch. I usually work in inches. Okay, let's just make sure. Yep. Okay, let me see, 1.5 inch maybe. Okay, now let's make it 2 inch, because it's still gonna be cut. And yeah, and then I want it at least, let's just take that there. Okay, 2, 1.5. Let me just see. 2. I'm just gonna make the measurements for 2 centimeters here. Like so, just make it bigger, like, and then this side as well. Now you take a ruler and just make a line. See this side, it doesn't matter if you make permanent lines. Now you get your pins that goes, you know, you go away with ironing. Just make a triangle. Okay, and then that is where this opener comes in. You just make a little, you can take a sharp scissors, just do it till there, and just be careful because this can easily cut your fabric. Let me just see if I take my, no, the scissors is too big. Okay, let me just see. And then the other side. Okay, I'm just going to cut it now, it's quicker. You just want to get it started. I do it this way, then if you do it with that little triangle, then at the end here, your zip is, your fabric has got a little protection there, so it doesn't unravel. Because this fabric is now quite thick. And yeah, so let me just see if I can do that a bit better on that side. Yes, there we go. Okay, so now you've got your little opening for your zip. And see, the zip is of course now too big, and so what you will do is you will just put one side first, stitch that in, and then you will open the zip and then stitch the other side. Okay, I'm going to do that quickly because the way my machine is standing, I won't be able to show you. And yeah, okay, so I'll see you just now. Before I forget, first you have to open this now, you know, see, you need to fold it over, and then the easiest will be just to iron it flat. It all depends on how thick your fabric is. Mine is quite thick, and so I will move slowly, and so I'm not going to iron it at the moment because my friend is busy with the iron. And then I will just just spin it, and then hopefully it will be fine. So just pin, and then I will iron it at the end, you know, after I stitched it, so it can lie flat. And yeah, so then that is that, and then this little triangle will also go in like that. And yeah, so everything is, if it's ironed flat, it can just make your life a bit easier. Okay, so then that is the opening. I just want to show you this. Can you see now, there's the zip in on this side, and then there's the other part. So now I'm just gonna put it in on that side like that, and now I can just fold it in, and see why it's easier to just rather iron it. And then you pin this again on this side. I just did the pinning so I can see how far the zip must go. And yeah, so now you pin this side, I cannot tell you how this setup is now working on my nerves, but I rather do the videos than not do them, you know. It's because otherwise it also teach you to see. This is now where I say you need to pull that back, because now if you leave it there, then you won't be able to open your zip, because then the just put it in there and then open it. Okay, and just be careful not to stitch over those metal pieces there. Okay, so I'll carry on now, and then I'll show you when I stitch. I'll show you when I stitch, and then I'm back. And then I just wanted to show you, I did cut off the zip before I stitched it, because I was just scared I'm gonna go over that metal pieces, so I did cut it off first. And yeah, so that is how it looks on this side, and then now on this side it looks like that. Now you can open and close your zip. You can put little side things here, what do you call it, and then yeah, so there's our zip. Nice, that is fantastic. Okay, now you can cut off your zip. Okay, and then these parts I keep for my snippet rolls and my clusters. Okay, so that is that there, and you can iron it now, and just make sure you did stitch your just make sure you did stitch everything together. Okay, there we go. You can go over this if you want to. And yeah, so let me just see if I want to do that. Maybe no, I'm not going to. Okay, so what we need is now a piece of fabric to go over from there, from that side, and until, you know, in the middle. Just see where that is going to be, and then let's see, the middle of that is about here. You can use your pen, or you can just make a mark with your with a pin. You guys, I don't know how it happens, but some days you can just not get the words out. I just want to make sure if this is straight on that side. Okay, it's a straight-ish. Okay, so I'll just mark with my ruler the whole thing, so I can just see where the fabric must stop. And I'm just gonna zigzag it in. So now you can choose any fabric. It can be scrappy fabrics, it doesn't matter. And yeah, okay, so mine, I'm gonna do the green, because I think the green and the pink will look nice. You won't see it, but just for in case, and it just gives it a nice look. Okay, so I'm not gonna cut it on the video, and yeah, so now you can see. Okay, I'll be back to it now. Okay, I just want to show you how it looks with the stitched in bag. Now you see there's the zip, and then you open it, and there's your little pocket. Okay, so yeah, and you close it, and yeah, so now we're going to put the other zip in on this side, and then I'll show you how to do that as well. Okay, so first I just finger pressed the sides, you know, on this side, finger press, and then just don't put it too close to your zip teeth, you know, just give it a little bit of room. And yeah, so there it is now pinned, and now I'm going to stitch it, and I'll show you the end result. Okay, so there is our zip in on this side, nice and neat. I did just zigzag it close on that side. I'm just trimming off these little cottons there. And so now this part is now a bit easier, because what you're going to do is you take your other side and you just put it on top of that zip on that side there. And then what will happen if you undo it, if you turn it around, then it will automatically make a overhang, and then you can just stop stitch it and then it will be fine. Okay, so I'm going to do that quickly, and then by that time we're going to be able to close this, and I'll show you how to do that. Did that part now, and just remember now, don't cut your zip now, because now my opener is there, so please don't cut that now. And I'm going to open it, just take the pins out, put your hand in. What you can do is just turn it around inside out. This is now still easy, and then we're just going to top stitch quickly that zip. I will take off my board because this part is a bit difficult. I hope you can see. Okay, so now you just stop stitch it, and yeah, I'll show you this part, and then you can just see. Just keep your hand for the first few stitches and go back stitch, and then come back again, and then I will put my hand inside so I can feel that the zip is, you will the best way is to go iron it flat, then it's easier, but now can't iron at the moment. And then you can just keep your hand there and just maneuver the fabric. Let me just see. Because now the fabric is thick. Okay, so there's your zip in, and I will zigzag that one as well, but now you saw how I did that. And yeah, so we're almost done with this, and yeah, hopefully by the next bag it will be easier, you will know exactly what to do. Yeah, so but at least being always creative. And yeah, so there's your zip is in, and always remember just to take that, because I almost cut it, because you want to cut, you see there's overhang, and then you want to cut, and please don't, it will just make you want to cry. Yeah, so I mustn't say don't do it and then I do it. I'll just put my other foot, the normal foot in, and just whenever you change feet, please just remember, when you go back to your zipper foot, change the needle. I usually make notes on my machine if I do quilting, and if I do certain stitches, I will say on my machine what, just remember to put down the feed dogs or stitch length and move the needle. The needle is always important to move. Okay, and there we go. I'll show you the zigzag as well. Just make sure we can go a bit faster. Look, my way is not maybe the best way, but this is how I do it now. There is quicker ways to do these. Okay, and then we stitch. Okay, I'll be back just now. Here's the top stitch done, and now it's flat because I didn't like the zip moving around there. Now I open this part, and you can either stitch this now. What I usually do, if I know I'm gonna make shorter zips, I'll do this all in, in the beginning. I'll first stitch the you first stitch a few stitches over the where the closure should have been, that metal part. So you're gonna make a cotton part. So just stitch a few stitches. I always go a bit in and just go over and over. It just makes your life easier if you do it before the time. And yeah, so let's just do it. I don't want to zigzag. Let me make the zigzag smaller. You can make your zigzag smaller, that will also help. And then go back. Okay, now your zip won't, the opener won't come out while you're busy doing the other things that you need to be doing. Just cut that off, and now you can cut your zip. On the inside, just check if it, just look at if it's a bit over, and then you can just cut the excess off. And you maybe can't do that part there, so it's not so hard on your machine. Maybe if I show you the there, that would help. Okay, so then there's a little bit of less of those teeth to go over later when you close your bag. Okay, now we're gonna turn it around and just open the zip now. Not fully, but enough so you can just open it later, because now we're gonna stitch the sides. I'm putting back my board so I have got more space to work, and then we're gonna just clear our zip, so that is fine. Gonna do that. And what we need to do is, because now you want that overhang, so you need to just see because your other zip is on that side there, and you want the overhang to be like that. As your bag is like this, then move the two zips to each other, not away from each other, to each other. And you can see now, use this inside pocket as a measurement, because now we did it most in half, so you can move it to half, and then your bag will be fine. And then at this point I will just put a few pins. Don't have to over pin it, just so to make sure you've got. I'll do that as well at the zip, just to keep the zip in place. If you want, you can maybe do it a bit, I don't know, let me just see, because I want that zip to be close to each other, as you come to the zip, you can just pull it together. I just want to make sure I make it. Every time you do this, you can rather just iron. It's always good to iron. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this side. And if you want, you can go to your stitches, and there's a stitch that goes 3 times over each other, you know, that is a strong stitch. So if you want, you can do that. I'm going to do that, and then let me just lengthen my stitches because the fabric is very thick. And never leave your scissors where you stitch. Okay, let me just cut this off quickly. I see I've got a problem here. Let me just make sure it is now, because it looks a bit, I'm gonna just square this up quickly. That is better. Now I can see where I need to stitch, and we can start. Just take your other zip and open that as well. You don't want to stick over that thick part. And when you come to your zip, just go slower. Some people go fast over it. I don't want to do that, because if there's a problem, you can quickly solve it. Okay. And if you want, you can go with your serger. You can go over on this side, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to take the zigzag quickly on that side, and then I'll just zigzag quickly on, because I want it neat. Ouch. Well, okay, you guys, that's that side. Oh yes, I can't wait to see it. Okay, just clean everything up, and then I'll be back with to show you the end. Okay, you guys, there's the handbag now finished, the sling bag. What I did is I put the sling one side on this side and the other one on this side, so it's gonna be flat against your body. You know, if you hang it like that, then it won't go, it will be flat against your body. So yeah, so this one I'm not gonna make an like a box like this one. This one is gonna be flat. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped. It was a bit on and off, but yes, it's a bit difficult where I sit, so I hope you enjoyed it, and follow for more, and please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.